Welcome to the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this channel, I'm covering communication skills for you to level up your way with words, become much more articulate. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about why weekends are so sacred for adults. Roughly around 6 p.m., that is my cutoff time. I recall when I was doing business full-time, I would start my day off at 6 a.m. and from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., I am working non-stop. But around that 6 p.m. Deadline, I wasn't working anymore. I would make sure that it was a hard cutoff, and right when it hit 6 p.m., I closed my laptop and I would get up from my work area. I would go into the living room and I would just chill. That was what allowed me to work so hard in the first place. I knew from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. that I had this rest period coming along, and during that rest period, I was going to turn off my brain. So during the work zone, work as hard as I could. That was the philosophy. Now, if you take this philosophy from a day and you extend it to the week, that is when weekends are born. Weekends are that time after 6 p.m. This is when we just turn our brain off. And as an adult, we start to view our weekends in a very sacred sort of way because as an adult, we start to get a lot more responsibilities, whether it's a promotion at work, whether it's something family related, whether it's something money related. We have a lot more responsibilities at age 30, 40, 50, where in the weekends, that is when we just want to turn our brain off. And this becomes somewhat annoying, especially if it's an important time for you. Let's say in the weekend. Let's say this Saturday, you are getting married and you are inviting different people. Even though this is a very important day for you, the wedding day, for other people, it also is an important day, but not in the same context as it is for you. For them, it's important because that is the day that they are going to turn their brain off. And plenty of 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, they will go out of their way to protect that space, especially on the weekends. And they don't even care if they're saying no to your wedding. They just want to protect that space. And this is one of the reasons why you shouldn't be too offended if people are saying no to events a lot more in adulthood. I personally don't agree with it. I think you need to obviously make some sacrifices, especially if it's for your friends. I mean, some days after 6 p.m., you do have to work. Some days on the weekends, you do have to do cognitive effort, such as going to weddings, especially if you're introverted. Just understand that you don't always want to personalize it. For adults, that weekend, it is super sacred for them, and they will do whatever it takes to make sure that they have no plans at times. The more cognitive effort that they had to put in for the weekday, the more they want their weekend to be calm, full of peace. And going to your wedding, even though it's an important day for you, does not feel like peace for them. And plenty of times they will say yes on the RSVP, but on the day of the wedding, they will say, no, thank you. I just need to unwind on this particular day. You don't have to agree with it. Just understand that for adults, weekends are sacred. It's because it's a macro version of that day-by-day thinking of, I'm going to work from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., but after 6 p.m., I'm going to completely chill. It's just like that on a week interval. On the weekdays, a lot of adults will put in that effort, the hard work, the grind, and on the weekend, they just want their brain to be off. If you learned a thing or two about emotional intelligence today, drop that like for me right on below, hit subscribe, hit that bell notification, and never miss another episode again.